Hi everyone, JB here and welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. In the previous episode we took on 2 side quests and in this episode we're going to take on 2 more. Since the last episode we made some changes. We bought some spikes for Joshua and equipped them onto his feet, and in terms of Orbments we've done a bit of shuffling. We've now put Impede 2 on Estelle, and if you remember in the previous episode we unlocked another slot for Joshua. We've now put the attack 1 that was previously onto Estelle onto Joshua. Simple as that. For the next side quest, which is Mushroom Hunt, we need to go to the landing port in Roland, which as you can see is directly north. And we want to talk to this guy right here. Darn bracers, how long do they intend to keep me waiting? If they don't hurry and get here, I'm going to miss my flight. I should have expected as much from a rural backwater burg like this. Huh? Well, I'll be. That's the bracer emblem, if I'm not mistaken. I've been waiting for you to show up. I have an urgent job, so do you have some time to hear my request? We do, yes. Sure, we've got some time. Great, this really helps me out a lot. Alright, let me give you a rundown and explain details of the job. Let me formally introduce myself. I am Orvid, representative for Orvid Co. Limited. I'm Estelle and this is Joshua. It's nice to meet you. Estelle and Joshua, is it? The two of you are quite young if I do say so myself. We're actually pretty new to this whole bracer thing. Greenhorns? Ah well, I guess you'll have to do. Pardon? Never mind, I was just talking to myself. Alright, let's get down to business. Please excuse my lack of decorum, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. Sure. At the moment, I'm looking for a rare mushroom called the Firefly Fungus. It is said that it only grows in soil rich with septium. There are records of it being picked here in Roland, but no shop seems to carry it. However, it is a vital necessity that I can get my hands on one, so I put in a request at the guild. Soil rich with septium. I can only think of the Marble Trail as a possible location. Do you know any other characteristics of these mushrooms? It seems that it normally grows in areas with patches of grass. However, since it is buried in the dirt, if you don't look closely, you won't find it. Geez, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. But once you dig it up, you'll know if it's a Firefly Fungus or not. For one thing, it glows with a light green colour. So that's why it's called a Firefly Fungus. Well, that makes sense. Alright, have I explained things clearly enough? So basically, all we need to do is find a glowing mushroom in a patch of grass along the Marble Trail, right? Looks that way to me. Well, if they're really growing in the ground, we probably won't be able to find one so easily. If you run into any trouble, come back and speak with me again. I ask that you find one as soon as possible. Indeed, so what we want to do is we want to go back to the Marble Trail, and if you remember, we went there on the way to the Ismaelis Tower to rescue Luke and Pat. As I accidentally go back into the landing port, there was a intersection where we went west for the Ismaelis Tower. This time we want to go east, so I'll meet you back at that intersection. So here we are at the intersection. If you remember, we went west to go to the Ismaelis Tower, except this time we want to go east towards the Malga Mine. However, we don't actually want to go in there. Now, if you remember these guys, the Red Insectos, they are the same Red Insectos from the Milchmane race, so don't worry about that. Okay, we have cleared 2 sets of enemies and we're just going to keep on going. Now, if you look at the map, we are looking to go east at that first intersection, but we just need to be a bit careful of people like that. Yeah, as you can see, they've taken out like half of Estelle's health, so you have to be really careful on this pass. Okay, and I fought a couple of battles, and I've got to level 7 with both Estelle and Joshua. Nothing learned, but level 7 is really the magic number for this chapter, and you'll see why later on as we continue on. Do I want to fight him? Yeah, why not? And on we go, and eventually we will get to a part here. We want to open this chest for a white bracelet. Let me show you what that does real quick. It prevents blind. Now, I'm just going to equip that onto Estelle straight away. But to be honest, we're not going to really use... We are going to use accessories, but we're going to switch them in and out fairly frequently, depending on the situation. Preparation in Trails in the Sky is really important. Anyway, we're going to examine this right here. Aha! What's with the sudden outburst? I found it! Now to claim our prize! Found the Firefly Fungus. There we go. Isn't that? You think so too? The place it's growing seems to be about right, and it's got that soft green glow. This has got to be that Firefly Fungus that What's-His-Face was talking about. Yeah, that's his name, What's-His-Face. You mean Orvid, right? Yeah, that's what I meant. It doesn't look all that tasty, but it sure is pretty for a mushroom. Almost like the glow of septium, if you ask me. Septium? Yeah, what's up, Joshua? I may be worrying too much, but I think you better put that mushroom in your bag quickly, Estelle. What the? Indeed, some flying feline come along, just like I figured. This mushroom attracts... Estelle, look out. Look out indeed, and we have 3 flying felines. Count them. 1, 2, 3. Now, I did no prep really for this battle because there's no need. They're just flying felines. I'm just going to take them down with normal attacks. I do like the boss music in this game, but this is not a boss fight. This is an event battle, sure, but it's not a boss fight. I think they should have had different music for this. But whatever. We'll just take down the kitties. Attack. There we go. We want to save our CP for later on, but we don't need to use it right now. And we're victorious. To the surprise of absolutely nobody, we are well leveled up for where we are in the story. Now that was a surprise, I tell you. Did you put that thing away? Yep, it's all taken care of. The light emitted by raw septium has the power to attract monsters. This mushroom also seems to have the same effect. That sneaky merchant! He never mentioned a single thing about this! Anyway, let's hurry back to town. Let's hurry back to town indeed. Right! Just wait till I get my hands on you, you conniving merchant. Indeed, I will see you back where Orvid is in Roland Landing Port. So, we are back in the landing port. Let's talk to Orvid. What's that you say? You found the mushroom? Yep, we found it all right. Oh, wonderful. But it might be different than the one we heard about from you. You see, this mushroom attracts monsters. Well, it's like this. So even though you knew the risk, you hired us for the job, Orvid? What? How am I supposed to know something like that? And besides, a brace's job is to deal with danger, right? Well, a little heads up would have been nice so we could have at least been prepared. You're supposed to be prepared. You're bracers. Never mind us. The big question here is your motive. What do you intend to use this mushroom for? Yeah, this thing could be a weapon. Fess up, you had some big nefarious plan in mind, right? A nefarious mushroom plan. What? Isn't it obvious what I'm going to use it for? For cooking, of course. What? Cooking? Are you trying to tell me that people actually eat this thing? This is why it's such a pain to deal with country bumpkins. In the hands of a skilled chef, the more distinct the ingredient, the more profound the taste. And from that perspective, the Firefly Fungus is the king of them all. This is, no doubt, the ultimate ingredient. So, you pretty much what you're saying, that it's for people with bizarre eating habits. Huh, that's the talk of one unacquainted, there we go, unacquainted with a true delicacy. But then again, commoners such as yourselves would never have an opportunity to try such dishes. And praise be to heaven for that. I'd never want to gnaw on a ratty green mushroom like that. Agreed, it looks pretty nasty. Anyway, I have other business preparations to make. Now, if you don't mind, I'd ask that you hand over the mushroom and leave. Yeah, please take it. Handed over the Firefly Fungus. On behalf of this mushroom, I shall turn a blind eye to your ignorance. And as promised, I will pay you to be grateful to your client. Nobody's going to buy that mushroom. I hope you know. Come on, Joshua, let's go. Please excuse us. We'll be going now. Yes, please do. And mushroom hunt completed. So we are going to report back to Ina, and I'm just going to walk there, I think, since it's not really that far. Oh, but once again, geography confuses me. Just the Bracer Guild is literally just here. talk to Ina. Report. Get 3 BP and 700 mirror. There are no opportunities for extra bracer points, but you should be on 25 right now and get to junior bracer level 8. The next quest we're doing is called Medical Necessities. Now, if you look in your items, you should already have one of the ingredients required for this, which is... I'm going to have to check the bracer notebook. Just bear with me. You should already have monster wings. If you don't, you need to farm them from the red insectos, I believe, have the monster wings. There we go, I have 10 of them. So what we need next is a bear claw. And in order to get the bear claw, we're going to have to go onto the Elise Highway. Go down towards the Garoon Gate. And I'll show you how to get there, don't worry. We need to be slightly careful on this path because there are red insectos, and there's also a new enemy that we just need to keep an eye out for. Where is it? So it's not over this bridge. There will be somewhere later. But yeah, there's a new enemy. That's the Mars Sparrow. So we're going to start with Estelle using morale. That will get everyone's strength up. The reason why I'm started with morale is that it's actually quite difficult at this stage to kill the Mars Sparrow. We're going to do a fair bit of dodging to make sure that we stay relatively healthy. But yeah, luckily that missed because that can do a ton of damage. And then we're going to attack. Nice. I think we can just finish this off now. Yeah, 92, but we can't actually hit it. So I will use Aqua Bleed. It's not weak to any art, but I'm just using this as a long range. There we go.
Piece of cake.
Nice. As I said, we are quite a high level for where we are in the game. So where we're looking to go exactly is called Mistfold. Or Mistworld. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. I'm going to say Mistworld. So yeah, we want to get to, I think it's this junction. Yeah, remember this junction because we're coming back to it. And we basically are now playing Metal Gear Solid, like Solid Snake. And basically now trying to desperately avoid any encounters. We're level 7 is the magic number, but Mistworld is full of tough enemies. So there is no map available, but I know where to go, so don't worry, just follow what I'm doing. We basically want to Solid Snake our way all the way to the east, avoiding monsters as we go along. You can rotate the map if that helps you. We want to get to here, which is a tear bomb. And then after that, we want to avoid that pine plant like the plague and examine this here for a bear claw. Remember that junction I said to remember on the Elise Highway? I will meet you back there whilst desperately trying to avoid as many enemies as possible. So here we are back on the Elise Highway, and notice how I'm down to half health because I got a surprise attacked in one battle and they took half my health off. Anyway, the reason why we're here is to actually go to Garoon Gate. There's one thing I want to do before I hand in this quest, and that's go to the shop here. And you'll see why in a bit. We're going to go through, and I think it's this one. Somewhere here there is the mess hall. Just got to find it. It's not this guy. Where is it? I always forget. This is the only one I'm not sure about. That's the inn. Here we are. We want to talk to this person here, and we want to buy the French fries and the vegetable sandwich. You can buy the French fries here if you didn't already buy them at the bar in Roland. So just bear that in mind. The vegetable sandwich is the new one. But anyway, I will meet you back in Roland itself. Okay, so we are back in Roland, and we want to go to the Roland Chapel, which is here, and then we want to talk to this guy. Now, you don't actually have to talk to him to initiate the quest, but you do have to talk to him to finish it. So talk to him here. Well, if it isn't Estelle. You seem to be in a cheerful mood as usual. Haha. Here you are. These are for you, Father Divine, and you'll hand over the bear claw and the monster wing. This is the bear claw and monster wing you were looking for. Please use them as medicinal ingredients. You requested these at the guild, right? That's right, I did put in a request. I'm just surprised that you went to all the trouble to do this for me. Weren't you hurt trying to gather these? No, we were totally fine. That's a barefaced lie. I mean, we were fine. Well, maybe minus a totally part. I'm worried about your attitude, Estelle. Everyone is. Why? There's nothing to be worried about. I know I've told you this before. It's certainly a joyous occasion when everything goes well. However, it is at these times when we should gird up our loins for the trials that lie ahead, whatever that means. Okay, I'll be more careful from now on. Since I seem to have a bit of spare time, how about I take this opportunity to give you a special sermon? No, anything but that. I'm sorry, Father, but we've really got to get going. You've still got work left to do, right, Joshua? Why do you have to bring me into this? Please excuse us, Father, but we have to get back to the guild. That's too bad. However, since it has to do with your job, I must respect your position. Thank you for your hard work, Estelle and Joshua. I pray that the goddess will always be with you. I was going to say shine above you. Quest medical necessities completed. So we want to go to the Bracer Guild once more and hand that into Ina just around the corner like so. Talk to Ina, report, and you will receive 3 BP and 250 mirror. At this stage, you should have 28 Bracer points. Again, there are no optional BP available. So that takes up to 1180 mirror. In the next episode, I'm going to go see Mayor Klaus and see what all the fuss is about. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. I've been JB. This has been Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.